I am local producer Andrew Thomas, and I'm here with my sidekick, Dawn White, here to travel and explore Haunted Delmarva. We are heading to the beautiful Poplar Hill, where mysterious happenings go on in the mansion. We talked to the curator of Poplar Hill, Sarah Myers, about her experiences in the mansion.
The oldest house. It was completed in 1805, and it was the home of Dr. John Houston. He was Salisbury's very first surgeon. He actually practiced surgery here in the house. And this is a federal period home. So the federal period was between 1790 and 1830. And this is your very stereotypical federal period house. The very first Christmas I lived here, I was decorating a Christmas tree upstairs. And we had a clock upstairs that doesn't work, has never worked since I've been here, but the clock was right next to where I was with the Christmas tree. And when I finished decorating the tree, I hung the very last ornament on the tree, and I stepped back, I jokingly said, "What do you think, guys?" And the clock that doesn't work, has never worked, it chimed. The second Christmas I was here decorating the same Christmas tree, again the clock was still in the same location. I was using a stepladder since it was a 7-foot Christmas tree. I misstepped, I fell off the stepladder, I fell down, didn't hurt myself, and after 10 minutes of explaining to a volunteer in the house at the time that no, I wasn't hurt, wasn't injured in any way, I finally, jokingly again, stepped back and asked her, "Look, do you really think that the ghosts in the house are going to let me get hurt?" And again, the clock chimed. I've heard footsteps in the house before on our stairwell. I've heard children's voices in the house when there were no children present. I have heard what sounded like a sonic boom emanating from our dining room. And when I asked the neighbors about it, they had no idea what I was talking about. There had been no sonic boom. It was just coming from our house. It's what has been called a rapport, which is supposedly a way of the spirit world trying to communicate with our world. So I've heard those types of noises throughout the house. I've heard whistling in the house before when I was the only person in the house. Furniture supposedly being moved. There's been a ball bouncing in the house. Again, lots of different noises, but I have never seen anything here.
I interviewed local author and storyteller Andy Nunez today about his favorite stories about Poplar Hill Mansion.
Well, see, Poplar Hill goes back to 1805. The story of Poplar Hill, there was a slave girl there named Sarah, and she was upstairs in the children's nursery sweeping the floor, and her dress tail got too close to the fireplace and it caught fire, and she was burned horribly. She didn't die from the burns, she died later from the infection from the burns, because if it's more than 30% of your body, you're pretty much a goner. And two other, not the current curator, but two other curators there told me the same story, and how if women would go into that room, they would feel her presence, but not men for some reason. I don't know why. But I've been with a number of investigation groups that have done experiments in that room. One that I can recall, they put a flashlight. They were doing some kind of flashlight thing where they unscrew the back so the battery was barely connecting, and supposedly the ghost could touch it and make it blink once for yes, twice for no, and the flashlight rolled off the mantle where they had it sitting. But there's a little kid's rocker there in that room that supposedly turns itself 180 degrees and faces the wall. So my friend Chris and I, we were up there, and he took a piece of black electrical tape and put under one of the runners. And when we checked back later, it had slid sideways, and you can see the black tape. I took a picture of that. He also put a saucer of sugar, just pure sugar, in a perfect circle in the bottom of this saucer. And when we came back, it's like somebody taking their thumb and made an indentation in that circle. Can I explain that stuff? No, I can't. But these are things that happen at Poplar Hill. I had a lady psychic that was overcome by spirits of runaway slaves, and she panicked at the sight of the lead investigator I was with at the time because he was white, and they were afraid that he was going to turn them in, and she ran away, ran up the stairs until it was all over with. It was just strange things happen over there. That's all I can say. Do I believe that there are things that can't be explained by science? Yes. Whether you call them supernatural, whether you call them spiritual, whether you just call them something else, I firmly believe that there's something more than just our mundane experience.
For those adventure seekers, Poplar Hill offers many ghost tours and investigation throughout the year. So come, see for yourself if you dare.